Hello again, folks. Jack Manley coming to you live from the House of Real, the world of unpredictable wrestling. Now, we have already brought you an absolutely action-packed episode of Flash. And now, as we continue on our road through this journey to A Star is Shining on February 29th, my guest this time is the man who defended his heavyweight title in the main event of our first episode. He is PJ the Savage Melly. Now, PJ, you are a straight-up warrior. You wear that heavyweight title like a badge of honor, and because of that, men frequently come to test you in that ring. One such man being Bang Bang Barry Malone last week in the main event. And let's make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, those two had an out-and-out war with each other. And knowing that, seeing what the House of Real can bring to the table, you have your pulse on that locker room. What is Flash going to bring us in the future?
It's funny that you bring up Bang Bang Barry Malone and say that it was a test, because that's what that match was. It was a challenge. It was a test to see where two men stood, to see where he stood in the rankings, to see if I could take on another challenger such as him. And you know, the Walker clan, they're no good. Bang Bang Barry Malone, Danny Douglas, Prince Ahmed, they're no good, each and every one of them. But last week on Flash, in the middle of that ring, Bang Bang Barry Malone earned my respect. And that's why I shook his hand, even though I should have hit him with the belt. Because that's what I bring into that ring. I bring savagery. I bring the most intense action that you will feel. And right now, with WUW Flash, the pulse of the locker room, it feels good.
It feels great.
Because Flash is the proving grounds. Flash is pro wrestling in the making. This is the bare bones, the beginning, the start of each and every one of us. So each person that you see come on to your television, each person that you see come on to your phone when you watch it on YouTube, it's their start. It's their proving grounds. It's where they place in the rankings of WUW, because even on the biggest of the stages, they have world champions. This place has a world champion. That place has a world champion. That place has a world champion. WUW has a world champion, a belt that's been in Japan, a belt that's been all the way to Mexico and back to Brooklyn, in Gleason's gym, the House of Real, because that's where we are. And that's what Johnny Rhose presents to each and every one of you. Flash, pro wrestling in the making. So if you're going to ask me what the pulse of the locker room is, it's pretty high right now. It's banging. The chest is beating because everybody's hungry. Everybody wants a chance. And that's what Flash is going to give each and every person. Each and every person on that locker room, on this roster, is going to see where they place. And if they can hang. And if they can challenge the world champion. If they can challenge for the WUW Women's Championship. If they can challenge for the WUW Tag Team Championship. The New York State title. The light heavyweight title. The North American title. All of it. It's the rankings. It's to see where you place. So in the coming weeks, everything's going to start making sense as to why this person faces that person, why you're calling this match or that match. And that's why me and Bang Bang Barry Malone went to war last week on that episode of Flash, to see where everything stands, Jack. So Flash, take it away.
Well, folks, you wanted a mission statement for what the House of Real sets out to prove, and boy, oh boy, did our heavyweight champion provide it. And you will be seeing us every Thursday on YouTube. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about A Star is Shining on February 29th as we come to you live that Saturday. It comes once every 4 years, does February 29th, but this event will be once in a lifetime.
Right here, you got the trailblazing, the most entertaining one in WWE's half man, half amazing.
Well, Ivan Isaac's certainly thinking a lot of himself these days.
New kid on the block. Get it? Got it? Good.
I don't get it. Well, we'll see. That new attitude of Ivan Isaacs holds up in the challenge against the beautiful one, Chris Cason, the new kid on the block himself.
Let's say quote-unquote new kid on the block. He's been doing this 2 years already.
That's true, but he has been making an impact for all of his time in that WUW ring. An extremely hard worker and an extremely tough-nosed competitor, showing out early on Ivan Isaac. Just may have come into this match a wee bit overconfident, Broadway.
No, he's not overconfident. He's playing the game. He's been hanging out with the king. I've been teaching him things.
Oh, so are you taking credit for his sudden change in attitude?
I take credit for nothing.
Yes. Make no mistake, Ivan Isaac is one of the most talented members of the WUW roster, but you wouldn't know it from that clothesline, and you wouldn't know it from his recent attitude. Turning his back on his former brother in the Dope Bros, John Bushii, with an absolutely earth-shattering attack at New Resolution 2020 back in January. And you can see that attitude right there. My goodness gracious, spiking Chris Cason's head against his knee, and this match has turned on a dime.
Yeah, well, it didn't even happen. He was playing around with him.
Oh, well, this is just playing around right now. Just juking and jutting around. You're not Muhammad Ali, kid, but you can sure use the swagger.
Look at that. Fist of steel.
I don't know.
Ooh, look, he had to cheat to get him down.
I don't think so right there. I think Ivan Isaac once again getting a little bit too cocky for his own good, but great ring awareness, credit where it's due, getting out of the way of that knee from Chris Cason.
Oh, look at that.
And follows up with a brilliant dropkick. I will not underestimate this man's skill in the ring. I just do not like the changes we have seen from him personality-wise.
I hope he checks all his teeth.
Well, there might be a change of personality there for Chris Cason with some of these impacts, that's for sure.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm not on the receiving end of that.
As am I. It has gotten rough, and there is an air of tension entering that ring suddenly. As Ivan Isaac, I hate to say it, is picking apart Chris Cason at this juncture in the match. The new kid on the block got off to a good start, but it doesn't seem like he could make more of it. But wait a minute, small package there from Chris Cason. Cannot quite get Ivan Isaac down for the count.
Well, I got to give it to the new kid. He's got heart.
He's got heart, but you know, half brave and half, skilled might just be all the way dead. The double I spine buster. Arn Anderson had the double A. We've got the double I, and it is just as devastating, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, that is amazing. Oh man, look at that power of Ivan Isaac.
Credit to Chris Cason. He gave his best effort to start this match, but from the moment his head impacted with the moment that knee hit him in the head, you could sense the change in attitude. Hang on, John Bushii. John Bushii is back in the ring.
No, he's not in this match.
Payback! And you know John Bushii has been waiting for that moment.
You know, I saw him in the background. I was going to say something, but I didn't know exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. You reap what you sow, Ivan Isaac, and you have sowed a war with Bushii 2 belts, my friend.
Nobody seems to understand the significance of this match. This match means more to me than it means to anyone else on this roster. I have been here the longest, going on 4 years now. And how many times have I held the title? Just 2 times. Ask me how long those championships were. About a month each. I am reclaiming that title. I am reclaiming it. This is my chance to let everyone know that Rahne is here not to play, to dominate, that I am the top of this division, that I am the woman in charge. No one is better than me. Welcome to my nightmare. Jay Rahne's nightmare.
She takes home that number one contendership, ladies and gentlemen, May DBA nightmare.
They call me Big Al for a reason.
Broadway, if there is one woman in this division who can stop Jay Rahne, it is Jada Rhose. And as you said, what a magnificent backflip. She is
Athleticism with Jada Rhose.
She is agile, she is versatile, and she will kick your butt when she is given the opportunity. You see these two competitors staring each other down, no fear in either's eyes.
Looks like a comic book come to life.
They certainly know what that prize is at the top of the mountain. They are gunning for that #1 contendership to see who will face Big Girl Rene in next week's main event. Jada Rhose getting taken over early with that side headlock takeover. A very technical match to start off here, ladies and gentlemen. Both women trying to see who can out-grapple who. And hang on to Broadway Schoolboy. Early pin by Jada Rhose is not going to roll through there. And Jada Rhose gets herself caught into a pinning predicament, but she will kick out at 2 as well.
Jada Rahne taking advantage and looking at her environment. That's what you got to do when you're in the ring.
Absolutely, you have to understand the match as it comes to you. You have to understand the fight that you are in. And Jada Rhose understanding that this is a technical encounter thus far, not going to be enough though. They are trying to just wear each other down now with their physical capacities and with their sheer knowledge of wrestling that they have gained in the House of Real. Now, as you saw, Jada Rhose worked on Jay Rahne's left arm. Jay Rahne returning the favor now, Broadway.
And it looks like that she was keeping her head down with her knee there, that she was able to
look at the versatility, look at the agility of Jada Rhose to get out of that predicament and come in with those educated feet.
Oh, wow, I was just about to say that. She has a background in karate, right? Or taekwondo or something.
I believe she does have a martial arts background of some form, but one thing's for sure, with kicks like that, she would be familiar and she would be someone who could fit into any dojo she chooses. Looking for those spikes, but Jay Rahne coming in with
got some kicks of her own.
Yes, she does, and that slowed Jada Rhose down quick. Shoots her to the corner, looking for something big here, and this might be it. Connects. Jada Rhose once again smart with the feet, getting up there to counter, and comes in with a couple of kicks of her own.
And kicks don't lie.
I tell you what, you only pull out strikes that fierce when you know you have a shot at the belt coming on. Oh my goodness, Jay Rahne rolling over Jada Rhose. Not going to be enough, but very crafty there by Lady Rahne.
One thing I've always admired about Jay Rahne is that she can take a beating.
Absolutely. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking, just like a Rolex, but rolled into a cover there. This could be it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jada Rhose not doing enough just yet to put Lady Rahne down.
She's one tough cookie.
No question about it. But with a kick coming in that tough, you can understand. Jada Rhose has been hopping around, has been using her stamina here, and Jay Rahne keying in on that very fact, Broadway. She has locked these legs in and is trying to squeeze the life out of her challenger here.
I hope that she's, every time that Jada Rhose is breathing out, Jay Rahne brings her legs a little closer.
Well, she has to, because Jada Rhose can only be using the upper parts of her lungs. Hang on, but she's found an interesting and inventive counter here.
Oh, and she breaks the hold with those elbows to her.
Very smart by Rhose to turn this into another pinning predicament. And that is the name of the game right now. These women know each other so well that they are trying to catch each other off guard at every single opportunity.
Yeah, this is not their first rodeo, I'm telling you. They've been in the ring so many times.
Certainly not, as you see there. Jay Rahne had that red. Jada Rhose trying to counter on the suplex attempt by Jay Rahne, and it will get over. And that is the strength of Jay Rahne right there.
Powerful. She is tiny but powerful.
She can absolutely bring it through, and she's putting more pressure on that lower back. This might be it.
I'd like to point out.
My goodness.
Did you see that Jada Rhose tried to go through Jay Rahne's legs, but she turned it into a pin?
It looked to me like Jay Rahne was putting her into a pinning predicament, Broadway. I saw the torque on Jada Rose's lower back. You can see her seeking out revenge on the lower back of Jada Rahne at this point, not taking kindly to those last two maneuvers. And for the first time, one of these ladies is starting to seize a little bit of momentum at this juncture. Jada Rhose looking like her stamina is holding up just a little bit more here. And I'll tell you what, with a kick like that, you can understand why the stamina might be draining for Jay Rahne. Goodness gracious, what a kick. And that might do it, ladies and gentlemen. But Jay Rahne gets a shoulder up, and the referee's hand was coming down for 3. Absolute grit here. Grit that can only be brought about when you know that there is a chance at the title.
And not only that, she wants to get her hands back on Rene.
No question. All of these women involved have held on to that WUW women's belt at a point in time, and they want it back desperately. Jada Rhose ducking out of the way beautifully there, and once again coming in with the feet, her greatest strength in this encounter, if I do say so. Just turning these maneuvers into new and inventive ways to strike out with the feet. A beautiful display from Rhose. But Rene is not going to let that go. Oh my goodness. Looking for a clothesline in the corner. Jada Rhose shifting her weight up to counter beautifully.
I think part of that was that Lady Rahne had so much pressure and injuries from all those kicks that she just couldn't get the torque it needed.
Absolutely. You have to come through with your body on that, much like this pin. Once again, though, Rahne showing a lot of grit and determination here, continuing to kick out of these pinning attempts from Jada Rhose. But a clothesline like that is not going to do you any favors.
Jada's fired up. You saw that little dance.
Yes, she is. She sees the opportunity. She sees the momentum, and she sees the chance to put this match on ice. Looking for that face buster. Jada Rhose cannot hit it here. Rahne gets her to the corner. Looking to set it. Oh my goodness, yes she is looking for that spear. Oh my goodness, how lucky is Jada Rhose to get out of that? That would have been game over. But shifting it around, has that facebuster locked in and down. Unreal. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that will do it. Yes, indeed. And John Broadway, we have a new #1 contender for that WUW women's title. It is the heart and soul of the division, Jada Rhose.
You know what? She should call that move Guns N' Roses because she uses her guns to keep those arms up while she brings her down.
Absolutely. A beautiful little double underhook to force Rahne's head into the mat. Absolutely planted. Hang on.
What are they doing?
No.
I know they're friends, but what are they doing there?
Well, all 3 of these ladies have had a seeming connection over the last several months by being a little bit, let's say, unhinged, Broadway. But this is the first time I've seen them directly come to Lady Rahne's aid after a match. And where is this going to go, Broadway? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event, and it is for the North American Championship.
Looks like Big Al.
He certainly did, and he is somebody who has earned it. Going up against our 2-belt champion. This is for North American title, the one on the left, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that belt because I was the first person to hold it.
Well, you did hold it first, Broadway, giving you that due, but nobody arguably has held it with more aplomb than John Bushii. Bushii 2 belts has held onto that title for going on 7 months at this juncture and has fought all the way, has defended it with real grace, and now it is Big Al's turn to step up to the plate, and I may be right in saying that this could be the most formidable challenge that John Bushii has had yet in his tenure.
Little fun fact is that Big Al lost the North American Championship to Jay Bushii back in June of 2019.
An unbelievable achievement there by John Bushii, surmounting one of the most technically proficient and expert members of the WUW roster. And right now you see these two just circling each other, know each other so well from training in that ring that they are going to go at it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
Ooh.
Quick little maneuver. Big Al, an extremely adept mat wrestler, and Bushii knows that, making sure to keep distance early. Oh, and now just testing the little man's strength. Although you couldn't hardly call Big Al a little man because his heart is 3 sizes bigger than anybody else's in there.
Well, he might want to go to the doctor.
I don't know. He might go Grinch on John Bushi's hopes right there, throwing him over with a beautiful little judo toss.
They're just playing with each other right now.
Absolutely, just teasing out each other's weaknesses, each other's points of impact, trying to see who can seize the early momentum here. Bushii tries to push Big Al into the corner, gets switched around, and once again, yet another judo throw by Big Al. And suddenly, this is looking all the more daunting for John Bushii, Broadway.
That smile disappeared from Bushi's face pretty quick.
They were playing around, but suddenly it is no game, and Bushii understands that the deep end is right there before him.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Well, it started as a friendly encounter, ladies and gentlemen, but that camaraderie is quickly dissipating, and it has become personal in a big way.
Big drop kick.
And that is the type of explosiveness that we have come to expect from our two-belt champion there. Bushii with two beautiful drop kicks, looking to follow up here with an early, devastating combination. Can't quite sink in there. And Big Al taking advantage, posting Bushii in the process.
Full of energy, you see Big Al with those big steps.
And this is one thing that we have to consider here, is both of these men known explicitly for not just being technical, but bringing that power and bringing that endurance. And right there, oh my goodness gracious. Well, Big Al really sending messages early on here to the champ, telling him point blank, I am not going to be intimidated by you.
I still think he's a little bit sore because he didn't know that his title was up on the line back in June.
He did not know. He went into the deep end there early and being put into the deep end again. A beautiful head scissors takedown there by John Bushii. And now, oh my goodness, could he be looking for the spear early? No. Looking for a clothesline in that corner, and once again, Big Al using his quickness to great effect, turning things around and coming in, which is an unbelievably vicious forearm shot.
He looked like he got hit by a semi-truck.
Unbelievable impact there. John Bushii took that elbow and that forearm right to the side of the head, and he is reeling, ladies and gentlemen.
Taking the head. What's he doing?
Oh my goodness.
He's playing around with it.
More and more disrespect from these men. It has gotten so heated in that ring. But another suplex for Big. No, Bushii counters that suplex, brings it into a takeover.
Able to shift the gravity.
Can't quite get it into a pin. Big Al keeping his shoulders off the mat, but getting his neck wrenched every second he is in that headlock.
And Big Al's got some good form there, pushing away. Look at his hands on his neck.
Absolutely, that's what you've got to do in any combat sport. No matter what, if it's wrestling, if it's MMA, if you're getting grappled, you need to create that space. And Bushi's been knocked for a loop here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little surprised, and the champ might be down here.
Well, he went for the drop kick too many times before he knows when the setup's coming.
I'm a little dumbfounded at this juncture, Broadway. I expected this to be a very even match at this juncture, but so far, Big Al has read every single play call and has been coming damn close to taking this match home in a big way.
It's turning into a techno-brawl.
It certainly is there. Bushii having to reach into that technical well himself if he wants to turn things around, because this match has become about close contact, that speed advantage that both men typically enjoy being neutralized. But that's going to, speaking of neutralization, that spear right there into the middle rope, and now Big Al is reeling. And hang on, oh my goodness, I think Bushii wants it again. He understands the plight he is in, and he knows he has to go big or go home. Missing the spear, but catches himself in that corner and catches a drop kick right afterwards.
Big Al showing him how you do a drop kick.
Unbelievable, he might get him here.
On the rope, there's poor ring positioning by Big Al.
Poor ring positioning by Big Al, but smart ring awareness by John Bushii to understand a way to get himself out there and conserve some energy.
I think Big Al he got a little sloppy because he wants to put this match away, that he didn't realize that he was so close to the ropes.
Well, you can't blame Big Al there, as he has proved why he was so confident coming into this encounter from the word go. He has put Bushii 2 belts into a situation I have rarely seen the champion coming from behind, really taking an absolute beating and having to reach deep within himself to come back here.
See, Big Al took too long. He let him catch his breath, and that's now why he got kicked into the corner there.
He did, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
And Bushii starting to muster a little bit of that
I think
energy.
I know it's coming.
Oh,
It's
yes.
the Bushii Buster.
Oh, my goodness. And we have seen it done by many, but never seen anybody do it quite like this.
Oh.
Bushii Buster in the corner, and suddenly the momentum has begun to shift.
Oh, he's dancing a little too much.
Well, both of these men, as we saw earlier, it's getting personal, and a little bit of that cockiness costing both gentlemen at stages in this encounter.
Yep.
And as you see here, Bushii now taking that opportunity, trying to keep Big Al down on that mat, trying to bring some major torque to the neck and the shoulder. Look at this submission maneuver applied here by Bushii, 2 belts, and Big Al has to start thinking about tapping here. The pain and the strain on the neck and shoulder is phenomenal.
No, but look at the strength
Oh
of
my
Big Al.
goodness! Oh my goodness! Tried to roll into that position, but he gets put into a roll for his trouble. Not going to be the end of it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to be the end just yet. These two warriors have more to say to each other.
Nope, picking him up by his tights. A little bit disrespectful there.
Of course, but oh my
wow.
goodness gracious, that beautiful suplex there from Big Al, and it will not
so close.
do it. And Big Al getting frustrated now, ladies and gentlemen. He knows that he would have had any other man there with that throwing suplex, but could not put the champion down. Our North American champion still with some fight left yet.
Both of them trying to catch their breath. If I were Big Al, I'd give John Bushii a nice shot to the face, knock him out, and then pin him.
Well, both men have given everything, and you see the locker room there respecting the effort, understanding that the two men that they are watching here train for this very purpose, that they want to go at each other in as best and as crisp a manner as they can. Sometimes you got to catch your breath. Sometimes you got to catch your man off guard. Sometimes you got to bring that speed. A blackout! Oh my goodness! Jay Bushii hit the blackout out of nowhere, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. He has retained his... No, he hasn't, Broadway. John Bushii hit the blackout clean and could not put Big Al away.
Now, I'm sure that move would have put out a good half of the WUW roster.
Unquestionably, and he is upset, but he is going to follow up here. He knows that spear is the only thing he can throw at Big Al at this point. He has chucked everything in his arsenal Big Al's way, and still the man and his heart have not given in. But will this be enough? Will he be able to? Oh my, what a counter! That rising knee right to the jaw.
You gotta hit him in the face because he dances, he flips, he does all this stuff. But can he take a good shot to the face? Some people have glass jaws and they fall right down.
Well, Bushii right now wondering that for himself as Big Al. Oh my goodness! And now Big Al rolling into the whiplash. He's got the whiplash, and he is looking for that pin himself. Might have put Bushii away. Has him staggered badly. No! Once again, both men throwing their heaviest hitting impacts at each other, and nobody can come out on top thus far, Broadway.
He's put away a lot of people with that Big Al slam.
I am staggered. I saw the blackout from Bushii, and I thought that was it. I have seen the whiplash now, and Big Al, by rights, should have had the champ down, but something within John Bushii would not quit. Oh my goodness, he's going for a second whiplash, and there's even John Bushii can't survive a second whiplash.
Nope.
This is just an absolutely nightmarish scenario for him, but he's managed to roll through. Coming in, misses with that clothesline. He's a little bit disoriented, ladies and gentlemen.
He's all over the place. Is he angry? Did he bang his head?
Well, these men have taken so many impacts that you can't blame a man for being staggered. Stuck over there in the corner with the referee and senior official Chris Cason taking a blow for his trouble. But it's hard to blame either of these men when they have given so much. And wait a minute.
What's he doing there?
Oh my God! Ivan Isaac hits the double eye spine buster, and he is coming here out of nowhere. But why did he attack Big Al, Broadway? And why is he putting John Bushii on top of him? His issue has been with John Bushii. What is going on here?
I know what's going on here. Double I, Ivan Isaac.
This can't end this way.
Wants to take.
Damn it!
He wants to take that belt from Jay Bushii. That's exactly what's going on here. This is mind games to the.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
10th degree.
I don't know what to say. We were watching one of the most stunning and staggering encounters I have ever seen in a wrestling ring.
He wants to take.
Oh, hang on, Broadway, hang on.
Look at
Oh,
that.
and you could feel that tension. Ivan Isaac toying with Jay Bushii. He has kept that belt, but at what cost? What his price is he willing to pay?
Bushii, what just happened, man?
Man, I don't even know what just happened. Like, one thing I know, it's a main event of WUW Flash, episode 2. Lots of hype behind it. Me and Big Al was going at it, having one hell of a match. And then next thing I know, Ivan comes in and spine busters Al, and then gives me the win that way. I don't want to win that way. You know, Big Al's one of the best competitors here. You know, he was a man that previously held this North American Championship. You know, put me in that match when I became Bushii 2 belts that way. But just like you say, man, I don't know what just happened, but
I mean, is it a reunion or something?
nah, by no means is any sort of a reunion. But I'm gonna get some answers though. I'm gonna see what happened.